and this is a video review for Transformers Animated Swoop. Before we get started real quick, I'll just show you the mace can be plugged into his feet, like so, and you can carry it in bird mode. But what I really want to show you with the mace is I do have it unscrewed right now, just to show off. A lot of people have been asking about if there's a gimmick, and the piece inside is all one solid piece of plastic. There's no hinges, there's nothing it can do, and there's even some little pegs that go through here that keep it from moving anywhere. Now it looks like, if you look at the kind of the flames there, there's some very nice sculpting there. It looks like there may have been a gimmick planned at some point, because I'd hate to think that they sculpted this with no intent of ever seeing it, but it was clearly scrapped because it doesn't do anything. There are pegs. My best guess is that at some point there was they were planning some gimmick where maybe these would pop up and you'd see the flames sticking out of the end of the mace, but that just didn't happen. I mean, because you can see there's some room there, and there's a gap there. It looks like this could slide up a little bit, but thanks to these screw holes and these pegs and these pegs down here, it just there's no gimmick there, which is kind of sad, but it's not the end of the world. Snap that back together. Now on to Swoop himself. He is a pterodactyl, a pterosaur of some sort. Same color, blue and with the red head crest. And one of the things that, he's posable. He's got the legs. You can put the legs out behind him. The head can move up and down. But one of the things that's really nice about this mode is they've got the joints lined up so that you can actually flap the wings without unattaching anything. But on both sides do it. I think that's really cool. There is the missing cover, and unfortunately it's just molded that way. I thought maybe these were caps that I could pop off and maybe pull the cap off the front of this one and put it up here. No such luck. This cap is actually molded onto this wing piece, and this cap is actually molded onto this inner wing piece. But those are the only real complaints, and they're very minor. He's still a very cool figure. His beak opens. And for robot mode, you just untab the wings from the arms, pull them down like this, straighten the legs, rotate them around at the knees. And he does have posable claws here, for those wondering. And then you take these chest pieces and pull them out. And then you want to take his dinosaur mode beak, and it tabs right in there to the chest. Pull his head all the way up. And then pull the neck piece guard behind it. And then these pieces you want to push all the way up so you can see there's kind of little tabs on the head that go into those little notches on his chest. And then once you get those up here, the wing assembly comes up, and if you push hold the shoulders together, you can snap this right there. And then you turn the entire waist assembly around, stand them up, and you position the wings however you like. You can bring them up over his shoulders if you want to display him that way. I like to leave him down behind him as kind of a cape. And there you go. Can hold the mace. There's a couple of little grooves, slots on there that allow him to just slide right in, and he holds it nice and tight without actually snapping or stretching the fingers. There's no risk of, unless you push really hard and far back, there's no risk of breaking his hands like there is with Prowl. His hands are a little slightly softer plastic than Prowl's were as well. But you don't have to worry about his thumbs popping off. It's a very nice design. For size comparison, here he is with Slag, or Snarl, I guess, and Grimlock. Let me see if I can get him between there. There we go. And there's all three Dinobots. As you can see, he's a little taller. Snarl's head comes up to about his chin. So he's a little taller than Snarl, although Snarl is definitely the bulkier of the two. He's very get them in a position where you can kind of get a better idea of everybody's size. But they're the animated Dinobots, and in particular, Transformers animated Swoop. He's very posable. His shoulders and his knees and his upper knees here are on hinges. Everything else on him is a ball joint, and his wrists are also on hinges. But everything else is a ball joint, which gives him a lot of posability. A few places where some of the plastic gets in the way, but a very posable figure, a very cool figure. I love this design. Definitely one to pick up, especially if you want to complete your Dinobots. There's a review, Transformers Animated Swoop.